Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Vinland Saga, which is on Season 2 on Episode 9. This episode right here was actually very cool, and I'm looking forward to see how this goes out for Thorfinn himself, because right now he's going to be going on a different path here and there. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Einar continues his fight against those retainers who caused him and Thorfinn some trouble. But we also get to see Thorfinn's dream this entire time, how he dreams about in a certain situation that he sees an image of his father. But we also see to it that he sees an image of himself killing people, and then how Thorfinn's father, Thors, was trying to tell Thorfinn that you have no enemies. You really don't have any enemies, that kind of thing. And I really like this scene about Thor's father, because those words is going to stick with him for the rest of his life, and it still sticks with him into present time in the series right now, because it's mostly true. Throughout Thorfinn's life, he doesn't really have any enemies. He just considers who's going to be his enemy, and that was Askeladd in Season 1. And now that one's gone, I don't know. It's really, really complicated, Eventually, Thorfinn ends up having a dream where he's in a place that looks like hell, where people are in the battlefield, killing each other endlessly here and there. And Askeladd was there actually in his dream, talking to him for a bit, telling him what's up, Eventually, Thorfinn feels remorseful what he's done to every single person he's killed, because they never done anything wrong to him. He just killed them out of spite, or just out of anger, or just because Askeladd told him to, or he's been with Askeladd as a warrior, killer, etc. Eventually, the Askeladd in his dream tells him that he doesn't have time to cry, and that he tells him to climb up, get the heck out of here, and become a true warrior, because you guys have to understand, throughout this season right now and currently, Thorfinn himself has been struggling with his own PTSD, his own past and guilt for killing a lot of innocent people. And let's be honest, he has killed maybe hundreds, if not thousands, of innocent lives that have done him no wrong, etc. But eventually, knowing that Askeladd's gone, all that stuff about killing Askeladd, what's he gonna do now, and he has his PTSD and guilt within him, And Askeladd, in the dream that he met him in, tells him, you don't have time to cry, you don't have to have time to feel guilty. Right now, if you want to start, now's your time to get out of here, climb up, and have your chance to live, that kind of thing. And this is where Thorfinn is going to start, taking on a different road. As he climbs out of that pit that he fell into in his dream, he finally wakes up, He therefore carries Einar and confesses to Einar that he killed many others, and that he attacked someone out of anger and rage, and that is falling back to his old ways. We all know how Thorfinn was in Season 1. He was this angry warmonger guy that wants to go after one person in revenge after everything he's done to him, that kind of thing. And eventually, Thorfinn swore and made an oath that he would be better and try not to resort to violent ways. He even told this to Einar, in order to be reborn as a better person, or become better, or to atone for what he's done of killing many innocent people, he has to be better no matter what. Which is really really great and interesting, because he will not resort to violence no matter what, but eventually it will come at a time that he will have to fight. And that is the truth. What he did right now, and honestly, it's very understandable, all things considered, because, Thorfinn's been bullied his life, and he always been looked down on, and, ever since fighting besides Askeladd on the goal to kill him, kind of thing, you get the idea, and so forth. Because Askeladd is the one that killed his father, but you have to understand as well that Floki set up Askeladd to do it, that kind of thing. Yet Floki didn't do it himself. You get the idea, you get the understanding, that kind of thing. Eventually, as Einar understands where Thorfinn really wants to, be a better person and does not want to resort to, violence anymore, he's going to fight his true battle to become a true warrior. And as you can see here, the quote of, a true warrior does not need a sword is something I'm looking for that comes into play, because that is the one thing I have yet to actually see that into action, that kind of thing. Etc. as Aina understands what Thorfinn's true battle is, not want to resort to violence and try to become a better person, that kind of thing. He will not resort to he's gonna try to swear off to violence and be reborn as a person and not go back to his old ways. Because when we all know Thorfinn, when he was a warrior and been a fighter, we all know that how much of a boss he is. But now he doesn't want to go down that path ever again, because it's something not to be proud of, and it's not something to be happy about, But Thorfinn chose that route, and he wants to be better. You get the idea. As for the retainers getting mad about Thorfinn and Einar not getting punished or something, the master and the others actually told them off, saying, hey, look, we all know that the freaking wheat field that they built was actually freaking ravaged, and we found this morning, some kind of button or something, or some kind of item, etc. So I'm gonna ask you guys, we're gonna put this into a way that that we're not gonna put any more situations, okay? Well, the farm was ravaged by wild boars. There's no fight, no freaking crazy stuff, okay? Is that understood? Eventually, the master talking to Pater about the situation, seeing how he is actually better and strong, but Pater's like, I've been a slave my entire life, so I understand how the situation is. And we get to see Thorfinn starting to get used to farming with the old man trying to help Thorfinn a lot, Let the weight do the work, let the weight do the work of the item that he's using, And then that's it. So, yeah. Anyways, this episode right here had a lot of crazy symbolism about Thorfinn himself. You have to, as you guys know, and it's always been showing it all the time, Thorfinn suffers from PTSD and guilt. And that hellish dream that he has from, seeing his father and falling down a pit and can't climb out of there, and he was about to fall in there to go back to his old ways, but Askeladd tells him, no, you have to keep climbing up. All those guilt and those people trying to take you down, climb up there with them and fight your true battle and be a true warrior. In other words, yeah, you did a lot of heinous stuff right now, depending on your point of view. But right now, you can't just fall down and die or go back to your old ways. You want to be better and be a true warrior. Climb out of this hellhole and get up there and go to the place where your father always dreamed about, or he had thought about, that kind of thing. You guys get the point and idea, right? I mean, Thorfinn's PTSD and then so forth, along with seeing that hellish battlefield where everyone's killing each other, is something that symbolizes that he could have gone back to his old ways, but he chose not to. And in this episode, he says he's going to swear off violence today, or to this day, and so forth, and fight his true battle and become a true warrior in a certain way, Einar, on the other hand, says, well, I seem to get the idea, so I'll go with it, that kind of thing. So I understand where Thorfinn's coming from, but I'm gonna say this as well. Although it'll be easy to sway off violence and become better, you're gonna have to fight your way out eventually, and I'm pretty sure that will show that eventually, which I look forward to. Although, like I said, I am interested to see how Thorfinn will go from here on out, because he wants to sway off violence and not go back to his old ways, which is a good prospect, Maybe fight only for one reason, and that's for physical self-defense, but that's about it. I think that's the only way that he will only allow himself to use violence, but we'll have to see how this goes out for him eventually. Because like I said, Thorfinn is going on the road to be a better person, and many people say that he does become better, which I look forward to tremendously, because Vinland Saga is really awesome, man. I mean, that much I could say for sure. So I'm looking forward to see how, like I said, and repeating myself over and over again, to see where Thorfinn and Einar go here on out. I'm glad they did not get punished badly, or did not get punished at all, because the farm was ravaged by those retainers, even though they won't admit it. But the way how they become total D-bags, you get the idea. Anyways, like I said and repeating myself, looking forward to the next episode, but we may end up going to character switch, but we'll have to see. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video or so. I'm off, Vizito. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da!